Welcome back to the Patient Man channel. Today, another chest session. Get back into our bench, get our weights back up, and let's get it done. Do you have in your relationship, here's a question, just because I'm thinking about it, it's taking up a lot of my mental capacity for this afternoon. In your relationship, is there one of you that likes to communicate, is happy to share information to help other people, and also give you a chance to be able to process it as well in your own way? And then is there another one who has very private, doesn't like anyone knowing anything about them, anything about their situations, and both are right, there's no wrong about any of them. But there's always one. There's always those two dynamics. Very rarely have I seen couples in heterosexual relationships, I can't speak for any others, who are both the same. Sort of doesn't, there's always that yin and yang, I would think. But why I'm saying that is, I'm a little bit distracted in the mind today, and this is a perfect example of life, everyone. A perfect example of being patient and being there for your partner. My wife got a phone call today from our IVF doctor, or the nurses, saying that we had 3 embryos, we got them genetically tested, and only one is viable. The other 2 are a high chance of a disability or being not working during the pregnancy process. So that news absolutely tore her apart, as it would tear anyone apart, and also on the other side has torn me apart too. But I've gone into a fix-it mode, which is just making sure that my wife feels supported. I'm very capable of being able to regulate my emotions, where my wife is a little bit more hyper emotional. So I have to be there for her. But I'm also here today doing this for me. This is a part of my regulation. It's not nice to know that, we had so many eggs that gets cut down. The IVF process, I'll probably do a full video on it. It's extremely hyper emotional, very sad, but also joyful too. It's got both sides to it. But yeah, we had some bad news today. So I'm a little bit flat, but it doesn't mean I actually wanted to record this because I'm a little bit flat, so I can prove to you guys that, not prove to you guys, but show you guys that there is a way you can get through things. And this actually just helps move the emotion around your body a bit, gives me a chance to have a think as well. Let's go for 4. Kind of thinking about what I can talk about and how I can have a discussion with you men or you people about this gym session, but I am a little bit preoccupied. Yeah, I'm a bit preoccupied, a little bit hurt, a bit sad, but also honoured. I'm honoured that I get to have that science is there to give us this opportunity to even try. And the thought of not being a dad, and the thought of potentially, not being able to conceive at all, even with IVF, has always been there in my mind. But when it comes to face, and the reality is potentially there, it is quite scary. And I know I've got a lot to give to the world. My wife does as well. Being a parent isn't just what we identify, or having kids is not something that's just who we are or what we are. We have a lot more to give. So the journey has been very hard, very, very hard for my wife and I. And the thing that makes me just empathise with everyone and just I feel like I'm a part of a family with it, is that every single person knows someone who's doing IVF or has fertility issues, especially men. It's really scary. It's happening a little bit more than it should, but it's very much not spoken about. It's pretty taboo, which I can see why. It's very emotional, but I really would love to do a whole video on this and talk about how serious it is to be able to communicate and talk, because my wife and I have felt very secluded, and by our own doing. It's just a very hard thing. And sometimes she'll just talk to random people and say, oh, you know, we're trying for kids, and they'll go, oh, this one's an IVF baby, this one's an IVF. You're like, wow, they're everywhere, but no one talks about it. So it's really hard. It's really, really hard. Let's go for this 4, eh? See if I can get 4 here. Thank you very much. Three. I feel like this is going to be a different sort of gym session. It's not going to be a instructional, blissful gym session. It's brought a lot of introspection and thinking, deep thinking out of me today. Yeah. Put in the comments below if you guys ever have experienced, or are experiencing, or know anyone who is going through IVF. And if it is you as a man who is infertile or do have a really low sperm count, you're not alone. There are so many of us. I don't know what the studies say. I don't really care, to be honest. It's just so prevalent now, it's almost concerning. Yeah. I suppose it's such a biological thing ingrained into us to have children, or to multiply or procreate, or whatever you want to call it. And when that gets taken away from you to a certain degree, and it takes that sort of freedom and that edge out of it, the naughtiness, you know, you just have your little naughty night and get pregnant, or you even say, let's try to have kids, and you just have kids. People really don't realise how blessed they are. I believe the universe has set me and my wife this way for a reason, because we can deal with it. And we can support each other through it. What's the lesson out of it? What's the reason why we are having these troubles and struggling so much? I'll never know. Well, I might know one day. There might be a bigger thing for my wife and I. She'd be an amazing mother. Wow. And she could still be an amazing mother. It could all still work eventually, but she could also just be, she's just a fucking beautiful person as it is. So she doesn't need to have a kid for me to look at her like she's my number one in the world. Because she is, she's fucking beautiful. When you have a partner that rings you up, hyper emotional and really broken down for a good reason, you instantly go to that, as a man, you instantly go, fix it. Let's go, fix it mode. Who is it? What is it? What can I do? But I just sat there and I listened to the phone call, and I let my wife have that time, and not telling her to do this and not do that. I let her have that moment, because that is really important for her to feel safe enough to have that moment. Because if she doesn't feel safe around me, then I'm not doing my job as a man. Daniel, let's go. Philosopher today. A little bit of a hurt philosopher, that's all right. All right. 4. I say this a lot, but I want to say it, and I want it to be heard. If you're lucky enough and the universe gifts you a child without too many complications, it is a blessing. It might just be a given to us as humans. It's like, oh, well, I got a kid, I knocked her up, or whatever it might be, but you've been given a chance. You have been given a chance from the universe to breathe, to have something to be able to bring into this world, to teach it the world, and then it will leave you. It won't depend on you anymore. And I think that's a huge honour. It's probably, I think it's the most important job in history, and I think it's getting forgotten about how important it is. Because we live in such a busy time and busy life and finances, and there's so many different things, but if you ever feel like you are hard done by and you've got kids and they're annoying you and this and that, I can't say that, I'm going to say it anyway because I don't really care, but when they're annoying you and you can't stand them the most, try to turn it over and just look at them with love, because they will be gone one day from you. They won't depend on you anymore. And it's such an honour. It would be such an honour to be able to rear something and teach it your values and your morals, and just watch it go through space and time and learn its way through and experience the world as it is in real time, and you get to witness that. So don't ever take kids for granted, ever. And I'm not saying that just because I'm hurt, because I am having trouble with my wife and I are having trouble having kids. I'm saying it from a general place of love. Like, it is really important that you value what you have in front of you, because it will all go one day. That's everything, not just kids. All right, that's going to conclude Chrisso's gym session. Again, I want to really make sure you guys hear this. Thank you so much for being a part of all this. It's like my own little life journey, life diary, and you guys are all a part of it. And I'm honoured to share it with you. And to also to let everyone know that you're not alone if you're in this time of your life, or if you're thinking about having kids and you're not sure if you have fertility issues or anything. I promise you right now, look into it, because it can cause a lot of issues. Not just with everything in your relationship and life in general. It's very difficult. It's a very hard emotion. So I'm going to do a big one on IVF and fertility for men coming up. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, because I've got heaps more information to come. I love you all.